Why are lenders so particular and ask for so much documentation when you try to get a loan from them? Suppose you want to buy a home, and suppose that home is 500,000. You're coming in with 100,000 down payment and you're asking the bank to lend you 400,000. Why are they so difficult? You sign the documents that if you don't pay, the bank will take the house. So that will give them security. You would say, well, you know what, it should be very easy. So let's answer this question first. The banks don't want your house. They want you to make monthly payments on time. And that's what they're trying to assess. The likelihood of you paying on time, a likelihood of you of being able to afford this property. But why they go and look so deeply into this? It has to do partially with 2008-2010 financial crisis, where a lot of people went into foreclosure. Banks were just giving money left and right for everything, for homes, for businesses. But then everything changed. Banks really went down into a big hole, and the government came back and rescued many banks. And some banks obviously never came out. In addition to all of this, banks are looking that, A, you're not defrauding them, meaning the documents are real, what they are. If your bank statement shows that you have 100,000 in it, believe it or not, some people use Photoshop, but banks know this and they call the bank and they find out. And if it happens, they ban the person. Moreover, the situation sometimes more complicated because the government is also pushing the banks with regulations. They want to make sure that the money that people are using for the transaction are clean money and has nothing to do with terrorism or anti-money laundering. So all of these layers, and they have the process written out, all of these layers take time. And sometimes, I guess it can get annoying to some applicants. However, I always say, would you give someone 400,000 without asking a question? And everybody says, no. First of all, I will never do this, but I'm not a bank. Well, they are a bank, you're right. But they do all of this to A, protect themselves, and they also sometimes protect the borrower, believe it or not. For example, appraisal, it does protect both. Borrowers may not know sometimes that they're overpaying for a house, and the bank is here to protect both them and you. So this is in a nutshell. It's, if you come to a seasoned and a knowledgeable professional, they will make your process smoother. But there will be questions. There's disclosure process that takes time. But again, this is not out of the ordinary these days. Banks, after that bad experience during the financial crisis, are a lot more careful.